Pow Wow, yo, yippee, yay, beautiful burgers. It's Pow Wow number 21. Super excited to be with you guys. Today we're going to dig into the market news, then talk about if the crypto altcoin season is going to happen or not, what's happening with Ether right now, and maybe talk about other different blockchains that are being performed very well. Then, as always, talk about SwissBorg news, talking about what's going to happen with the Wealth app and its new roadmap updated. Talk about how we could get listed as well on big exchanges that could really obviously help a lot for the SwissBorg token to grow and grow as community members, and always have some fun. As you know, guys, my name is Cyrus Fazel. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. One of my favorite part, as always, is to start with a family portrait. If you're not part of this beautiful table, well, please send me your pictures and I'll be adding you. And special shout out to the entire Merton crew or Moa crew for the wonderful gift. I got the best birthday present on Friday, which is really cool. Much better than anything. Better than your Lamborghini, the Martini guy, at least from my heart. And again, yeah, it was really, really cool. And thank you all for the beautiful birthday wishes. It means a lot to get all these warm message from all of you guys. So thank you so much for that. Tweet of the week. As you guys know, we need to have some fun time to time. And that's one of our big mission at SwissBorg. And there was a tweet that was recently done by CZ and said what would be the favorite project to be listed on Binance, and obviously it's SwissBorg. I mean, I think so. It means a lot for us to be on Binance. There's so many reasons why it makes sense just to grow the amount of community members, to grow the volume, as well to be able to buy through the SwissBorg app, not only through HitBTC, but as well through Binance, which will make your price even better. And in terms as well of culture, and you know, these guys did an ICO. They're today one of the best exchange, and we really like it. And you know, a massive shout out to Enrico Ferro, which is, you know, a beautiful ambassador within SwissBorg. He has so far already 762 likes, 572 retweets, 76. It's just growing as time. If you guys haven't retweeted it or haven't liked it, please do that. I think so. It's really cool that, you know, us together, we're really shilling for making sure that, that the SwissBorg token, maybe here's better, that this beautiful token, this gem, gets to be listed on Binance. And I hope really this happens. It will be really cool. Negative news of the week. There's always some losers, right? And some people could be right, though. Jason, to some extent, a really smart guy that invests in multiple different startups, has said that most crypto projects are garbage. And I think so. That's very wrong. But it's true that there's not so many fantastic projects. Let's face it. You know, there's some of them that are changing the world, but there's a lot of them that don't have, you know, the right product or don't have the right story, the right leadership, and many of these projects will eventually die. But that's normal. With every nation technology, things have to happen. He thinks that he's waiting for the 1% to deliver the product. Well, we already have 2 products, and we're definitely the creme de la creme. So, and we don't have customers. We have a community. That's something very different. Today, we have 13,000 community members within the Wealth app, 130 in the community app, and we have a very big amount of token holders around the world. And I think so. That's the difference. Well, VCs don't get the customer thing. Here, it's not customer. It's really emphasized on how you could perceive the future by creating a community that has visions, that has swarm intelligence, that participate in referendum for the greater good. And that's why, Jason, sorry to say, but you're part of the old clique of VCs, which is maybe not the right appealing one for blockchain communities. Centralization, which is always a threat in Zimbabwe. We've seen hyperinflation recently and defaults for the national bank and the currency, and therefore there's a freeze on most of fintech's mobile money payments apps, and that really shows how crypto could change, right? You could really withdraw your funds, send it to whoever you want, and that's why crypto is the one that will prevail. Big scandal, as you guys know. This has been going for a week, where essentially Wirecard is busted. They faked $2 billion, which is hard. Well done for the due diligence on that one. And what does this impact what does this exactly impact the crypto market? It is, well, few firms, unfortunately, such as 10x, Wirecard, and others have been working with this firm. So yeah, that has to be alerted. So if you have a crypto card with crypto.com or something, or 10x, this might impact the availability of your card. It maybe won't work. That doesn't mean that crypto.com is going down or something like that. It just means that most probably those credit cards won't work in the future, and the utility of that card as well. Other bad news is that the investment guru Jim Rogers says that the value of Bitcoin will drop to zero. Another loser from the past. I mean, not much to comment. George Soros fund, he did quite well with it, but obviously there was a lot of market manipulation there. There was a lot of sleazy shorts that were done on very unpegged currencies that were easy to push back then, and there was a lot of involvement of awkward things that fund had to close, because they knew that it was gonna, there was gonna be some due diligence from the regulators, and eventually they would know that there's market manipulation and other things that we don't need to talk about, but shady hedge fund stories. Positive news. Compound Token doing fantastic. Really like this project. Congratulations to them. Now they're on Binance, which is even better. So that means that they can eventually be listed on SwissBorg Roadmap. You guys, what do you think about it? Think this is a good one? Maybe we should list it. Post your comment and let's see what people think about it. Congratulations to Chili's. As you guys know, it's been a long time we've talking about Chili's and how good these guys are. We've been talking about potentially listing these guys as well. Let's see how things goes in the future. Nevertheless, Barcelona fan token was sold within an hour. The first sale on last Monday, and the other one was last Wednesday. And just congratulations. I really believe that these fan tokens could really shape governance and be really something that could empower people. And I really believe in how these referendums are led and this company, how it's done. If you don't have the app, please download Socios app. It's a really cool app. Research suggests transparency is key for utility-based projects. Well, I think so. We got that right. And that's what we're always doing. We're always going to be as transparent as possible. And that's the reason why we always want to make this community-centric, right? And last but not least, congratulations to Cyrus. We haven't been working with them. We know them very well, and they just raised 67.5 million for their valuation of 360 million. They're doing great things in Germany and Europe of how for moving crypto adoption and how making this regulated in a smart way. So congratulations to them. Yes, that Martini guy, thanks again for chilling us and talking about the fact that we're still undervalued, which is really good. Really wanted to as well, show a bit this video, which is really good about SwissBorg Mania and how we could grow in the francophonie. And all these videos explain extremely well what we're doing with cool infographics. Congratulations to the team that's doing this. It's really, really cool. And I really appreciate it, to be honest. My favorite video. Why this video is so cool and so important, right? Our mission at SwissBorg is to make a change in your financial system by making it accessible, by making it fair, by finding your purpose through it, but making it fun as well, right? And this really shows that, as kids, we dream a lot. We always constantly dream, and therefore we innovate a lot, and we take risks by doing that. When we grow up, eventually we find a job. And when we find this job, like I did when I was in my mid-20s, I was in a bank. and I was not allowed to dream. I was only allowed to execute. And now, thanks to SwissBorg, we're able to dream and therefore innovate and change the status quo. And I think so. This is a really game changer, and I really love what I'm doing every day. And this creativity, which matches, by the way, super well with Engine, shows that you could dream and therefore you could innovate. And this is something you guys should do every day: is don't take the status quo. Dream, think big, and make it happen. Engine, you guys got listed. Price is doing extremely well. Did we pump it? I don't know, but for some reason it's performing over 10% today. Love the project, love the team. You know what's about. I strongly recommend this as a big buy. It's a game changer for the gaming industry, which is, approximately this year $200 billion of revenue. $200 billion of revenue, where essentially people playing the video games are earning zilch, maybe some out of some tournaments, some few hundred million through Fortnite, through some sponsorship, through Twitch, but there's not any NFT tokens. And these guys are telling you these guys are going to bring these NFT tokens to these video games. So for me, it's really a strong buy, a great project. Obviously, do whatever you think is the best, but I really like this project, and I really think that they're really changing again the gaming industry. We did have our protect and burn activated on Friday. Very exciting to see that our price of our token of CHSB tokens are extremely well. Obviously, in the last month, it has some volatility and some swings, and therefore we position ourselves always when things are not going well to buy back this token, to protect it as much as we can, like soldiers pushing up this Son Goku Kamehameha type of thing, and then eventually getting back to its norm. And I think so that's what was done on Friday, and therefore we've seen that it has the crypto markets. So as we've seen, it's been now that last month and a half that Bitcoin to some extent is very correlated to the markets, and the markets doesn't know where it's heading either, right? Or every day is like, okay, COVID is over. No, actually COVID is still going on. We're having a second phase in this country, in that country. So it's getting very schizophrenia, and very passive to some extent. So Bitcoin itself doesn't know what to do. It's going up, down, but just on this channel. We're still seeing the same barriers, which is the same support and the same resistance. So nothing has changed. It looks a bit weaker than last week. So diversify as well. And if you don't feel that this is the right moment, obviously there's USDC or any type of fiat that in the Wealth app could make to hedge if you're not too sure about what's happening. Regarding Ethereum, we've seen that there's a level at 0.26 Bitcoin right now, which has been tested a few times. If we pass that resistance, we're going for a very nice ride on Ethereum, and we've seen that in the last 2 months. There was a lot of positive news from institutional people getting into Ether. Now there's this new grayscale arbitrage opportunity going on, so this is going to bring some momentum as well. And overall, we're still very bullish on Ether itself. SwissBorg token, as you guys know, Cardano. So Cardano, as you know, is one most probably of the most interesting blockchain and proof of stake that hopefully will be deployed very soon. And there's a great team behind it. As you guys know, Charles, it's funny to have an ad with Ivan. Cool to have Ivan here.
They're not sufficient.
I think so. Charles himself, which was the co-founder of Ether and then moved from Ethereum to create Cardano, is really one of the smartest guy in the biz. This is a great episode with Kryptonite. If you guys haven't seen it, please watch this video. It really shows how the governance model, how the technology is really scalable, and we're really seeing here, great patterns of on the short run, but as well in the midterm to be Cardano definitely becoming one of the top 10 contenders, and this is a really great project that we believe in. SwissBorg token. a lot of momentum for the last month and a half. Are you concerned about the fact it went to 15 cents and then it corrected? You shouldn't. A lot of people, had bought a big amount of token, and then they essentially had, in their valuation, they had like 80% of their crypto, which was worth SwissBorg token. So some of those people have sold the token, which I understand. Well, maybe they'll regret on the long run, but they wanted diversification. I believe in diversification. I'd always say it's the best thing for the long run. It's probably better on the short term and the midterm. On the long run, who knows? Look at Elon Musk, look at Bill Gates, look at Jeff Bezos. They haven't diversified much, Mark Zuckerberg, but they are the richest people on the planet. So I think as always, you should put your money where your heart is, and really think if the product is right, and if it looks like it's a profitable investment, go for it. People, essentially diversifying their portfolio is normal, and that's what we have the Wealth app, and I think so. It's a good thing for certain people. I still believe that SwissBorg token is very much underpriced. There's a lot of good news that's going to come with a referral program is going to hit soon. And we're have different things that are going to definitely make you very enthusiastic about the future of it. We're seeing more and more volume, $4 million yesterday, which is really good. And this is only going to couple with great news in the future. Talking about Kryptonite, really awesome to have Crypto finally on the show. Another woman that's just awesome to have. Please watch it tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Zurich time. Portrait of the week. It's about Julien. Julien S is really a campaign manager and master. He's done videos, community, on Telegram, moderation. He helps a lot. He's the one who did the video before, and I really like him. He's been working in wealth management for 10 years, so really much understands what we're doing. And he always has so much great insights. It's really someone I really appreciate. I've met him as well, which is good. And for us, it's all the different tutorial videos that he's doing right now with SwissBorg Mania and as well Kryptonite Tribe. It's really good. It really brings education to our community, and it's in French. Donc merci beaucoup, Julinas. It's really a pleasure to have you. It's a great honor, actually, and you've accomplished already so much within the network, and you're definitely a great SwissBorger. So great for that. It's really cool. Thanks for being who you are and believing at us. And we always are very confident whenever we work together. Talking about that, we had as well Kryptonite's Tribes that was on in the news, which is really good. One which is in German and the other one which is in French. Dr. Gonzo on one side and Chris on the other. Both videos are really good. Chris is doing a fantastic job. So goes the same with as well with our dear Dr. Gonzo. One was an AMA, the other one was on more focused on the smart engine. I think so. This again, it only grows the network and it helps a lot. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. About love and comments, guys. Obviously, the person who's going to get the most likes will receive a beautiful SwissBorg goodie bag. And this time is going to be SS Leto, which is really good. I like to suggest SwissBorg to my family, friends, colleagues. I like to say that SwissBorg isn't just a tool, it's a gateway to the world previously inaccessible to the everyday average Joe, to prove that they could trade like a pro. Very proud of the team's work. Thank you so much for this beautiful note. On that, we're going to have a second winner for last week. For Oliver, the reason is that we never had so much likes on a comment in German, which is obviously harder than English because people don't obviously understand maybe. So Oliver, you'll be receiving a mini goodie bag as well, which is really cool. And just to share some love, I love Mr. Nice Guy. You did participate in a lot of ICOs and disappointed many times. And on the other hand, you have SwissBorg. And thank you so much, Mr. Nice Guy. You're definitely a really cool guy about that. Roadmap. Okay, this is huge, guys. Listen up. As you can see here, right on my right, Yes, we're gonna lower down. We got a lot of comments and we listen like always that we're gonna we're gonna lower down the 2% barrier to 1%. This is gonna make us very competitive. We're probably gonna be one of the cheapest apps going from fiat to crypto in the easiest, most secure way, but now as well in probably the cheapest way for regular people. Okay, the standard price is not gonna be 2% anymore, it's gonna be 1%, which is really, really, really good. And then you can see on this side, guys, sorry, on this side is that, so you can see on, shit. And you got to see on, and what you can see on this side is Premium Plus. All the guys who have staked 50,000 CHSB, listen carefully. You're going to have all the trading fees waived, regardless of tokens. Everything for free. And that is all the do-it-yourself and trading, and with from crypto to fiat, multi-fiat, everything will be for free. We're not going to charge anything. So this is a massive premium plus. This is a game changer. Now, you know, you got those 50,000 stake. For the next year, everything is free, and on the do-it-yourself crypto trading, which I think so it's really, really cool. And as a lot of people are super jealous, and now 50,000 is more than $6,000, we said that we're gonna do, listen for it, wait carefully, a second premium. This second premium, I think so, is gonna change. It's really gonna be changing the game. We really want to add more and more people to make it more accessible and cheaper for all of you guys. So we're gonna do a second premium, and essentially the second premium is we're gonna only have 20 basis points on fiat and crypto trading. So this is a massive plus. We believe that there's gonna have a very big amount of people that are gonna convert into the premium plus, obviously, but as well they're gonna convert in the premium for those that cannot stake those 50,000 CHSB tokens. Right now, we're not too sure about what's the fair amount of tokens. Some excess say it would be 5,000, some say it was 10,000. I'd like to know what you think. What would be the right price for this first premium? Would you think it would be 1,000? It's like $100. Do you think it would be 5,000? Should it be like $600 or more? What would be the right premium, right? Please answer that, and I really want you guys to think about it. In our ecosystem, what is the right amount of tokens that have to be staked in order to get 20 basis points to be the most competitive crypto app, and the, you know, the best one with the greatest community? So I think so that's something that you should reflect, and please answer it. Do that on Twitter or here in comments. Any of the two works very well, which would be awesome. Community apps just growing. We're at 120,000, close to 130. The competition is still going on, and we're just loving it. Talking about the Wealth app, we have 11% more than last week, which is good. It's over the 10% that we want. We would love to get 20%. That's really the hard-term goal. It's hard to get, but we hopefully will get there. We had 26 million under management. Obviously, the fact that the SwissBorg token has lost some appetite, but we have grown a lot in fiat and as well in cryptos in general, which is great. We had last week over 8 million of trading volume, which is really good. We are growing now the new protect and burn as we talk. Then a great thing that has to be taken into consideration as well is that we have 25 million CHSB that are staked. We should get to hopefully 30 million by next week. And last but not least, we have essentially had 29,000 exchange trades that happened this last month. So that means essentially every 1,000 trades per day, that's like, yeah, it's quite a big amount. So every 3 seconds or so we have a trade, and then there's multiple trades within one trade. So that's actually an exchange. So something like 3 trades or 5 trades, 10 trades. So when you think about it, it's at least 100,000 trades that happen. So this means how scalable our technology is and how great our smart engine. Like always, please comment. The one who has the most likes will earn a SwissBorg goodie bag. I love doing this, guys. The next 2 weeks we'll have a different host. It's going to be quite crazy, but it's going to be really cool. We'll have a lot of great news that's in the pipeline. Like always, guys, love you very much. It's really amazing to get all your messages. It's for me the game changer. Whenever I get a great message from LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp, Telegram, whatsoever, it makes my day. It really does. If sometimes I'm slow to answer, I'm sorry about that. I will do my best. Like always, I love you guys. Wish you a great life and be safe. Bye.
More and more people are buying and holding Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin.
Some call this digital gold.
Everybody should probably have 1% of their assets in Bitcoin.